Percy and the Signal. Percy is a little green tank engine who works in the yard at the big station. He's a funny little engine and loves playing jokes. These jokes sometimes get him into trouble. One morning, he whistled to Gordon. "Hey, Gordon! Hey, Gordon! Gordon, the train's ready! The train's ready!" Gordon thought he was late and came puffing out. But all that was waiting for him was a train of dirty coal trucks. Percy laughed like anything. "Oh, Gordon!" Gordon didn't go back to the shed. He stayed on a siding, thinking how to pay Percy out. Then, one day, Percy said to James, "James, you must stay in the shed today. The Fat Controller is coming to see you." James was a conceited engine, and he thought, "Oh, the Fat Controller knows I'm a fine engine, ready for anything. He wants me to pull a special train, I expect." So James stayed where he was, and nothing his driver and fireman could do would make him move. But the Fat Controller never came, and the other engines grumbled dreadfully. They had to do James's work as well as their own. At last, an inspector came. "Show and wheel there, James, show and wheel. You can't stay here all day long." "But the Fat Controller told me to stay here. He sent a message this morning." "He did not. How could he? He's away for a week." Oh. Where's that Percy? Where's that Percy? But Percy had wisely disappeared. When the Fat Controller came back, he did see James and Percy too. Both engines wished he hadn't. James and Gordon wanted to pay Percy out, but Percy kept out of their way. One morning, however, he was so excited that he forgot to be careful. "Hey, I say, you engines, I'm to take some trucks to Thomas's Junction. The Fat Controller chose me specially. He must know I'm a really useful engine, James said, "More likely he wants you out of the way." But Gordon gave James a wink and said, "Shh, leave it to me, leave it to me." Oh, yes, Gordon, you were saying?
Yes, James and I were speaking about signals at the junction. We can't be too careful about signals, can we? No, but then I needn't say that to a really useful engine like you, Percy, eh?
Percy felt flattered. "Oh, no, of course not." "No, we had spoken of backing signals, hadn't we, Gordon? Now, they need extra special care, you know. Would you like me to explain?" "Oh, no, thank you, James. No, thank you. I know all about signals." "Oh, yes." And he bustled off importantly. James and Gordon winked at one another and said, Percy was a little worried as he set out. "I wonder what backing signals are. I wonder. Never mind. I'll manage. I know all about signals." And he puffed crossly to his trucks and felt better. "Come along, come along, come along, come along, come along, come along." Just outside the station, he saw a signal. Oh, bother. It's a danger. The trucks all bumped into each other and screamed out. Oh! Presently, the signal moved to show the line clear. Its arm moved up instead of down. Percy had never seen that sort of signal before. He was surprised, and he thought, now down means go, and up means stop. So upper still must mean go back. I know, it's one of those backing signals. How clever of me to find that out.
Percy's driver said, "Come on, Percy, off we go."
But Percy wouldn't go forward, and his driver had to let him back in order to start at all. And Percy thought to himself, I am clever. Even my driver doesn't know about backing signals. And he started so suddenly that the trucks screamed out again, "Oh, oh, 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 ooh." Percy's driver called out,
"Whoa, Percy! Whoa, stop! You're going the wrong way."
"But it's a backing signal. Gordon and James told me about them." Percy's driver laughed and laughed. And explained about signals that point up. Oh dear, let's start quickly before they come and see us." But he was too late. Gordon swept by with the express and saw everything. The big engines talked about signals that night. They thought the subject very funny. They laughed a lot. Percy thought that they were being very silly. Duck takes charge. One day, Percy, Gordon, and James were talking in the shed. Percy said, "I say, do you know what?"
"What?"
"Do you know what?"
"Silly, of course I don't know what, if you don't tell me what is."
"Well, the fat controller says that the work in the yard is too heavy for me. He's getting a bigger engine to help me."
"Oh, rubbish. Any engine could do it. If you worked more and chattered less, this yard would be a sweeter, a better, and a happier place. So there."
Things went wrong for Percy. The coaches and trucks behaved badly, and by the end of the afternoon he felt tired and unhappy. The fat controller saw him and said,
"Hello, Percy. You look tired."
"Oh, yes, sir. I am, sir. I don't know if I'm standing on my dome or my wheels."
"Oh, well, you look the right way up to me." "Cheer up. The new engine is bigger than you and can probably do the work alone. Now, would you like to help build my new harbour at Thomas's Junction? Thomas and Toby will help, but I need an engine there all the time."
"Oh, yes, sir. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir." The new engine arrived the next morning, and the fat controller said to him,
"Tell me, what is your name?" "Well, my name is Montague, sir, but I'm usually called Duck. They say that I waddle, but I don't really, sir. But I like Duck better than Montague." "Good. Right you are. Duck it shall be. Here, Percy, come and show Duck around."
The two engines went off together. At first, the trucks played tricks, but soon found that playing tricks on Duck was a mistake. The coaches behaved well, though James, Gordon, and Henry did not. They watched Duck quietly doing his work, and Gordon said, "Oh, well, he seems a simple sort of an engine, doesn't he? We'll have some fun, eh?" "Yes, let's." And every time Gordon and James passed Duck, they went, "Shh, shh, shh, shh." Percy was cross. But Duck took no notice. He said,
"Oh, they'll soon get tired of it."
Presently, the three engines began to order Duck about. Duck stopped.
"Here, do they tell you to do things, Percy?"
Well, yes, they do.
"Right. We'll soon stop that nonsense. Here, listen."
Oh, yes. All right. We'll do it tonight. The Fat Controller was looking forward to hot buttered toast for tea at home when he heard an extraordinary noise. He said,
"Oh, bother! Bother! Bother!"
and hurried to the yard. Henry, Gordon, and James were there, snorting furiously. And Duck and Percy calmly sat on the points outside the shed, refusing to let the engines in. Henry, Gordon, and James were making a terrible noise. The Fat Controller shouted out,
"Stop that noise! Stop that noise at once! Gordon! Gordon! What is the matter?" "Well, they won't let us in, sir. Duck and Percy won't let us in." "Duck, explain this behavior." "Well, beg pardon, sir, but I'm a Great Western engine. We Great Western engines do our work without fuss, but we're not ordered about by other engines. You, sir, are our controller. We will, of course, move if you order us, but begging your pardon, sir, Percy and I would be glad if you would inform these your engines that we only take orders from you, sir."
The three big engines hissed angrily.
"Silence! Percy and Duck, I am pleased with your work today, but not with your behavior tonight. You have caused a disturbance."
The three big engines sniggered. They stopped suddenly when the Fat Controller turned on them.
"As for you, you've been worse. You made the disturbance. Duck is quite right. This is my railway, and I give the orders."
When Percy went away, Duck was left to manage alone, and he did so easily. Percy and Harold. Percy worked hard at the harbour. Toby helped, but sometimes the loads of stone were too heavy, and Percy had to fetch them for himself. Then he would push the trucks along the quay to where the workmen needed the stone for their building. An airfield was close by, and Percy heard the aeroplanes zooming overhead all day. The noisiest of all was a helicopter, which hovered, buzzing like an angry bee. Percy said, "Oh, you stupid thing, why can't it go and buzz somewhere else, One day, Percy stopped near the airfield. The helicopter was standing quite close. Percy said, "Oh, hello, who are you?" And the helicopter said, "Well, I'm Harold. Who are you?" "I'm Percy. What whirly great arms you've got." "Well, They're nice arms, actually. I can hover like a bird. Don't you wish that you could hover? Oh, certainly not. I like my rails, thank you. I think railways are slow. They're not much use, you know, and quite out of date. And he whirled his arms and buzzed away. Percy found Toby at the top station arranging trucks. I say, Toby, you know that Harold, that stuck-up whirlybird thing? He says I'm slow and out of date. Just let him wait. I'll show him. He collected his trucks and started off, still fuming. Soon, above the clatter of the trucks, they heard a familiar buzzing. Percy's driver said, "Hey, Percy, there's Harold. He's not far ahead. Let's race him." "Oh yes, let's." And Percy, quickly gathering speed, shot off down the line. The guard on Percy's train had a flask of tea given to him by his wife for his elevenses. He had just poured out a cup when the van lurched and he spilt it down his uniform. He wiped up the mess with his handkerchief and staggered to the front platform. Percy was pounding along. The trucks screamed and swayed while the van rolled and pitched like a ship at sea. The guard was dumbfounded. "Well, I'll be ding-dong-danged." Then he saw Harold buzzing alongside and he understood. "Go it, Percy! Go it! You're gaining! You're gaining!" Percy had never been allowed to run fast before. He was having the time of his life. He panted to his trucks. "Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up." The trucks grumbled like anything. "We don't want to hurry, we 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 don't want to hurry." But it was no use. Percy was bucketing along with flying wheels, and Harold was high alongside. The fireman shoveled for dear life, while the driver was so excited he could hardly keep still. "Well done, Percy! We're gaining! We're going ahead! Oh, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye!" Far ahead, a distant signal warned them that the wharf was near. But Percy was ready. "Brakes, please, guard! Brakes, please!" And using Percy's brakes too, the driver carefully checked the train's headlong speed. They rolled under the main line and halted smoothly on the wharf. "Oh dear, oh dear. I'm sure that we've lost." The fireman scrambled to the cab roof. "We've won! We've won!" and nearly fell off in his excitement. "Harold's still hovering. He's looking for a place to land." "Come on, boys. What about a song for our Percy? Come along." Said Harold Helicopter to our Percy, "You are slow. Your railway's out of date and not much use, you know." But Percy with his stone trucks did the trip in record time, and we beat that helicopter on our old branch line. The driver and guard soon caught the tune, and so did the workman on the quay. Percy loved it. "Oh, thank you, thank you." He liked the last line best of all. Percy's Promise. A mob of excited children poured out of Annie and Clarabelle one morning and raced down to the beach. Thomas explained to Percy, "They're the Vicar's Sunday School. I'm busy this evening, but the station master says I can ask you, Percy, to take them home. Will you?" Percy agreed at once. Oh, yes, of course I will. The children had a lovely day, but at tea time it got very hot. Dark clouds loomed overhead. Then came lightning, thunder, and rain. The children only just managed to reach shelter before the deluge began. Annie and Clarabelle stood at the platform and the children scrambled in. The vicar said to the station master, "Can we go home, please, station master?" The station master called, "Percy, Percy, take the children home quickly, please." The rain streamed down on Percy's boiler and he shivered. And he thought of his nice dry shed. But he remembered, oh yes, a promise is a promise, so here goes. The driver was anxious. The river was rising fast. It foamed and swirled fiercely, threatening to flood the country any minute. The rain beat in Percy's face. Oh dear, oh, I wish I could see. Oh, I wish I could see. They left a cutting and found themselves in water. Percy shivered. Oh, my wheels. Oh, it's cold. Oh, it's cold. Oh, the water's sloshing in my fire. Oh. They stopped and backed the coaches to the cutting and waited while the guard found a telephone. He returned looking very gloomy. We couldn't go back if we wanted to. The bridge near the junction is down. The fireman went to the guard's van carrying a hatchet. The guard said, "Hello, you look fierce. I want some dry wood for Percy's fire, please." They broke up some boxes, but that didn't satisfy the fireman. "I'll have some of your floorboards, please." "What, my nice floor? I only swept it this morning." But the guard found a hatchet and helped. Soon they had plenty of wood stored in Percy's bunker. His fire burnt well now. He felt warm and comfortable again. Then he heard something going. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Harold has come to laugh at me. Oh dear. Suddenly, something thudded on Percy's boiler. Oh, that's really too bad. He needn't throw things. But Percy's driver said, "Harold isn't throwing things at us. He's dropping hot drinks down for all of us." And he unwound a parachute from Percy's indignant front. And they all had a drink of cocoa and felt better. Percy had steam up now. "Oh, thank you, Harold. Thank you. Come on, let's go." The water lapped his wheels and it crept up and up. Oh, it's cold. Oh, it's so cold. And then it sloshed at his fire again. Oh. Percy was losing steam, but he plunged bravely on. I promised. They piled his fire high with wood and managed to keep him steaming. I must do it. Shh, shh, shh. I must do it. Shh, 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 shh. I must. Shh, shh. I must. Shh, shh. I must. Shh, 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 shh. He made a last great effort and stood exhausted but triumphant on the rails which were clear of the flood. He rested to get steam back, then brought the train home. The vicar called out,
"3 cheers for Percy!"
and the children nearly raised the roof. The fat controller arrived in Harold. First of all, he thanked the men.
Harold told me you were a wizard, Percy. But he says he can beat you at some things, but not at being a submarine. Now, I don't know what you've both been up to, but I won't ask. But I do know that you're a really useful engine.
And Percy said, "Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you," and went off to his shed.